Hi, thanks for checking out our repair channel. This is just going to be kind of a talk about this one. This is a Gallagher scale. This is a Smart Scale 300. They don't make this model anymore. They don't even really have any parts for it, except for maybe batteries, and that's about it. So, but we'll kind of talk about it and show you on the inside what's wrong with it. Unfortunately, this one's not going to be able to be repaired because of what's wrong with the thing, and they don't make any boards for them anymore. They discontinued this unit. This was made from like 2002 to about 2000, somewhere in that range, all the way to probably 2013 or so, and then they came out maybe 2012. I don't know, somewhere in that range. It's had it for about 10-12 years that they made this model, and then they came out with some newer ones that took its place. And then about 2-3 years ago, they discontinued parts for them, and they had a few left over on their in stock, what they had left over. And once they ran out of all those parts, they don't, you can't get them anymore, so they don't make any boards for them anymore. But if you like this kind of stuff and like this video, hit like button down there, and then subscribe to our channel if you'd like. We've got a couple of websites. I'll put links down in the description where you can look at them. But our cattle scale livestock website is cattlescalerepair.com, and you can call or text me. That's my number. And we've also got the electric. We do a lot of electric fence repair videos, our electric fence charger repairs and stuff. And that's our website for that is the fencerfixer.com. And we work on a boatload of brands. If it's electric fence box, we can probably tinker on it. But we always give free quotes, and we give 18-month repair warranties. Everything that we work on, we work on fence chargers of all ages. If it's 50 years old or older or newer, we'll work on it. Scales, we pretty much try to work on all of them. Occasionally you run into an issue like this one had or has, and where you can't fix it. But I've already unscrewed there's a bunch of little gray caps that run around this thing, and you pop them all out of there, just Phillips screws, and then you just kind of pull the front off there. But that's the circuit board inside this one. All the orange Gallagher scale looks similar to this. The newer ones have a different front face on them, a different kind of buttons on it, and they've got totally different boards. And also those newer ones have boards that are screwed down to, I think, the back side of one of these cases, if I remember right. But anyways, this is the inside of it. There's also a battery pack that's behind the circuit board back there. It's usually sitting down in a with double-sided tape holding it against the case. But I'll unplug the battery first. There's another cord over here we'll unplug. We'll go ahead and unplug these two. This board's no good, and this is basically going to be a junk unit. But as you can see over here, this is where the problem lies. It's all burnt up. Backside not too much, but there's a lot of burnt stuff there all over the board. And just looking at this a little bit closer, but yeah, and where this is sitting at, this is the cord that was plugged into it right there in that corner. Put that board to the side. There's that battery pack, but this goes to this port right here, which is where your 110 volt battery charger plugs in at. So I imagine they must have had it plugged in, a big storm come through or something, I don't know, and some kind of power surge came through there and burnt the board up. But unfortunately I can't fix that part of the board because I blew off something off the board there, and I have no idea what that even was. You can't get any schematics for it. And it blew up this orange thing there, which is probably some kind of overvoltage protection piece, possibly for surge protection, I would guess, but there's nothing labeled on it, and the coating is so burnt off. There's like a partial number there. But yeah, these are one of the few times you get one of these skills and you can't fix it. The back side is there's all this stuff there. There's a few things that sit underneath this LCD screen. There's a few chips and things. I mean, it's a pretty sophisticated board for what it is. It's a serial number is a 02121 on the board itself. So that's a 2002 board. It was manufactured the 12th, let's see, 12th month of the first week of 2002. Goes so year, month. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's, okay, 12th week. First day of the 12th week of 2012 or 2002. That's how that serial number is read. And if you look at the back of the unit, behind this little flap here that we prop it up on the table, you can look at the serial number right there, 02122. So yeah, it was manufactured 2002, the 12th week on the second day. That's when this one was manufactured. So that means that this board is original board to the unit. So I don't know how physically long the guys own this thing or how long they've been using it, but it's a, let's see, 18-year-old scale. So if they've been using it pretty regularly since 2018 or 2002, it's 2020 now. If they used it pretty regularly, they got a pretty good long life out of one of these. That's pretty good. I mean, if lightning had hit it, you know, this thing probably would have been repairable. I don't know what it was doing beforehand, if it was had any issues before or not. Probably not. But, well, that's about it for this video. I mean, we work on all kinds of scales and low bars for cattle and livestock equipment. We work on a lot of electric fence stuff. So if you or your neighbor or somebody has a scale that doesn't work right or doesn't weigh right, it's usually not the scale itself, typically. If it doesn't weigh correctly, it's usually a load cell, low bar problem. And you can figure that stuff out by, if it's a 2 low bar system, or the bar at the front, bar at the back, you can unplug one bar, figure out which bar's still plugged in, turn the scale back on, and then make sure it stays at 0 pounds, and step on that one end that's hooked up. If that side, if you weigh 200 pounds, you stand on there, it weighs 195, 205, somewhere in that range. Then okay, that bar's fine. Unhook. If it doesn't weigh or doesn't weigh correctly, it goes way off the deep end, bounces around everywhere, or weighs really light or really heavy. Then that usually means that bar's got a problem. And then you would unplug that bar, reconnect the other one back up, step on, do it, and repeat the process. If one bar weighs correctly, one bar doesn't and acts wrong, and it doesn't weigh right or whatever, and that's the bar that's got the problem. And when they're both connected to an indicator like this or any other brand, they're wired in together into the unit. And if one bar's got a problem, it throws the whole system off. So usually the scales on most brands will either work or they don't. Typically, they'll either weigh correctly or not weigh correctly. You know, they'll come on and power up and do their thing, but it's getting the signal and what it feels, you know, from the low bars going up to it. And that's what it's going to display. So if it detects that the low bar's only putting up 98 pounds when it's got 200 pounds on it, then you know, okay, I've got a problem somewhere that's not weighing right. So it's usually not the scale's problem. The scale's got a problem. It's usually not going to turn on. It's not going to last a little while and shut off. You'll get error codes on these things sometimes, and typically the error code is coming still from one of the bars. So you can do the same thing, unplug one bar and then the other, and then see if one makes the code go away or acts fine or doesn't act fine and throws the code back up. But please subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. And tell your friends about us and neighbors about us and local feed stores and farm stores about us. Like I said, you can go to our website, fencerfixer.com, for electric fencer stuff. And in that website, there is a link that you can click on. It'll take you to our cattle scale repair place, and vice versa. If you're on the cattle scale repair.com website, there's also a little link in there that you can click on, take you to the Fencer Fixer repair site. So we kind of going back and forth, but through don't know how to spell it, whatever, just go down below in the description area, click on the little link, and it has Fencer Fixer or Cattle Scale Repair, link to both websites. Again, we appreciate you watching this. Subscribe to the channel if you like. I mean, and browse our videos. If you just do a search on YouTube for any particular low bar scale model out there, I mean, not all of them, but there's a lot of them that we've worked on, and electric fence boxes of multiple ages and brands out there, and we've got 350 plus videos out there on YouTube. So there's a video out there of some sort of either how to work on something, how to test one, how one works, the features, or some review videos on there. We've got some stuff, all sorts of things. So I mean, there's a video for about everybody and about every model you can think of. So just browse through and make sure you subscribe. But anyways, until we do another video of how one works, or how to fix a scale, how to test a scale, how to fix the fence charger, how to test the fence charger or whatever. We will see you guys later.